Claire, I'm part of Team Grenade, and today we're going to take you through a workout for problem areas for women. So today with Nyisha Jordan, we are going to take you through a tricep workout, a couple of exercises for your bottom and also for your stomach. First exercise we're going to do today is what we call tricep kickbacks, and what you'll see is Nyisha's picked up the dumbbell. You need to use a weight that's comfortable for you to get about 10 to 15 repetitions. What you can see, she's pulled the arm up and we're just extending the arm back, straightening the arm as best we can. If you can't straighten the arm properly, then you need to take the weight down a little bit, and so you're working for 10 to 15 repetitions, and you should find at about 10 repetitions it starts getting harder. Unfortunately for women, this is the area that most people know as of the bingo wings, so a lot of people won't actually know they're called the triceps. This is where we get kind of that flabby area around the arms, giving that kind of wing bat-like effect. Okay. The next exercise we're going to show you for triceps is what we call tricep dips, and this is a really good exercise because you don't actually need weights. You can actually at home on your sofa or on a chair in the position Nyisha's in and just lower the body weight and pushing up, extending as much as you can. What you want to be careful of with this exercise, if you watch Nyisha, is you don't want to lift and shrug with the shoulders. You want to keep the shoulders down and really pushing up through the hands. And what you can see there, Nyisha's doing the first option, which is the feet on the floor, and this just makes it a little bit easier. The other option is you can put your feet up on another chair, and that will make it harder. Making sure as you do it, you're breathing in on the way down and breathing out on the way up, and this just means you're a lot more effective with your training.
Very good. Triceps are very sore at the moment, so it's hitting every different part of your tricep. So it's a good workout for wings, if you want to call it that. But give it a go.
Okay, so one of the problems we find with women when we're personal training them is a lot don't want to lift weights. They're scared of doing it because they think they're going to start looking like a man and getting muscly, and they don't want that. But as women, we don't have the genetics for that to happen. You can diet, you will lose the weight, but you're still going to find that the muscles are very loose. You have the bingo wings and the flat bottom. We do need to lift weights to actually tone up and lift up and build the muscles, so it really is important to lift weights and lift heavy. Myself and Nyisha have been training hard for 3-4 years, you know, and we're by no means manly. So it's good, start lifting weights. It also prevents osteoporosis and things like that as we get older, so it's very good to lift weights. The next muscle group we're going to be working is your bottom, also known as your glutes. Okay, so some people might not know they're called that. For women, it's a huge area. It's the thing that goes saggy, we get cellulite. So this is going to be a really nice exercise that again you can do in the gym or at home to start just firming up the bottom area. The first exercise we're going to take you through is Nyisha's going to demonstrate squats. So again, you can do this without weights if you haven't got any, or even tins of beans. If you've got dumbbells, perfect. Okay, so what we're going to do here, you can see Nyisha's got both dumbbells, the same weight in both hands. Feet are hip width apart. We're going to bend at the knees, taking the bottom behind us, keeping the back nice and flat, and then coming up. A key thing here is when you push up through the heels. This is how we're going to target the bottom muscles. A lot of people push up through the toes, and if you find you are pushing up through your toes a little bit too much, a trick that helps is just lifting the big toe up off the floor as you push up, and this will help just work this area here. I think a common area or common problem both myself and Nyisha find, people hear that you should keep the back straight, and what I'm just going to do is demonstrate what people end up doing is they do this and their knees go over their toes. If you watch Nyisha, her knees very slightly move forwards, they don't go over the toes at all, and all the time the back is staying lovely and arched. Good. Okay, so the next bottom and glute exercise we're going to show you is static lunges. This is a really good all workover for the legs, I find, but it's really good for the bottom. So again, what you can see is Nyisha is stepping forward, lowering down, the knee isn't quite touching the floor, and then she's pushing up through that front foot, through the heel to come back. All the time really thinking about tensing the bottom muscles as you push up. Keeping the arms relaxed, you don't want to be lifting the weights with the arms. One of the good things with the weight training, kind of going back to the weight loss, what people don't realise is when you're on, for example, a treadmill and you're doing some cardio, you will be burning calories whilst you're on the treadmill, and that's great. But as soon as you get off the treadmill, you will stop burning calories. A plus to weight training is whilst Nyisha's working, she's burning calories. As soon as she stops training, with resistance training, she will continue to burn the calories for a good 20 to 30 minutes after her session. So there really is a lot of pros to doing the resistance training. A lot of women are really worried about becoming too muscular with training, and what we were discussing earlier, there's so many different ways to train with weight. So if you are just wanting to tone up, firm up a little bit without actually growing too much muscle, which is hard for a woman to do anyway, what we kind of suggest is doing about 3 sets of 10 to 15 repetitions at a comfortable weight that you feel yourself working with. For myself and Nyisha, sometimes we might only do 6 repetitions but at a very heavy weight so we can grow more muscle. So no, for any ladies at home who you're really worried about growing, if you stick to 3 sets of around 10 repetitions, 15 if you can, no, you'll tone nicely and you will start to see just the nice results just in time for summer.
Yes.
So now we're going to show you some exercises to work your abdominal muscles. For a lot of ladies, especially the lower area, this becomes a problem as we get older. It starts getting looser and you kind of get that little pot belly area that none of us like. So we're going to show you 2 different exercises. So the first one we're going to show you is leg raises. This can be done on the floor or it can be done on a bench. What you'll see and what you want to be careful of, try and keep the back as flat as you can. So you can see Nyisha's lifted her legs and she's lowering them down. A key thing for anyone at home so you don't get back problems, as soon as you feel your low back lifting off the floor or the bench, that's where you're going to stop for the time being because you're losing control of the low back. It's nice, slow, controlled down, really working here and then lifting up. You can just see as you start to tire, you will start to arch, so don't come as low. Lovely. Brilliant. And if you want to make this harder on the way down, you can actually split the legs, bring them together and lift them back up. So there's lots of ways of making this exercise harder. If you find 2 legs difficult, you can also do just 1 leg at a time, which Nyisha will show you now. This is just a nice beginner option, 1 leg and then alternating to the other. Lovely. And then the next exercise we're going to show you, very simple, is a basic crunch for the upper abdominal region. So if you want to get in position for that. The same principles apply. You want to keep the back nice and flat to the floor. Excellent. And then thinking of tensing this region. Knees are bent, lifting from the abdominals up. As you can see, Nyisha can come all the way up. She's got very strong core and abdominal muscles. You come to where's comfortable. Another option, you see Nyisha's got her hands in front. That's a really nice way of leading you up and pulling up. What can also help for some is hands across chest. Something to be careful of that's very common. A lot of people do it with hands behind their ears. What we both find is when you're doing this, you tend to then lead with your neck, and this is why people feel the pain in the neck and shoulder muscles. When this happens, you're using those muscles more than your stomach. Excellent. Good. And another thing for abdominal muscles that we both kind of realised is when you're doing, for example, the squats that we've showed you and the walking lunges, they themselves actually work your abdominals. So it's very important when you're doing those exercises to keep the stomach nice and tight, because that really will work your entire core and abdominal region. For the sit-ups, again, I'd say if you can get 15 to 20, that's really nice. And you don't need to do hundreds. The amount of people that we see, especially boys, that do 100, 150 a day, you don't need to. Literally 15 to 20 is plenty. And if you want to do it every workout, you know, that's absolutely fine, but you don't need to be doing 2 lots a day to be getting a flat stomach. So one of the benefits or other benefits of weight training is if you're developing muscle and you're toning up, you're actually going to burn more of your calories every day. The more muscle you have, it needs to feed itself more. So actually, by having the muscle, you will lose weight more so, because your muscle is always going to feed off your body's fat stores. So it's such a big advantage for any female to have that muscle tone.
Oh, it's been great. I can feel my stomach burning, my tris burning, my glutes burning. So give it a try, ladies, and see how it goes for you.